Hi everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise, and today I'm using the Awakened Soul Oracle, and I'm reading for Saturday, June 26, 2021. Oh, and this deck is by Ethany. If you go to ethany.com, it's a little pricey, not crazy, but a little pricey. It's a great deck though, check it out. Nice, really nice, thick, heavy cards. And you'll get it really quick. If you order it, you'll get it in a couple of days. And I think she has that price built into it because the shipping is free, but it's part of the price. But man, it came like FedEx overnight, I think, or FedEx 2-day, if I remember, 2-day delivery. Okay, so what is it that we need to know for Saturday, June 26, 2021, or at any time? So this is a timeless message to help us heal our souls. I don't know, I'm just drawn to this one that wants to pop out there. Oh, guidance. Yep, that's what I'm doing. I'm asking with my cards. Okay. I think this is for all you readers out there, for all of us who are drawn to using the cards. And our theme is, okay, working in the shadow. And then also, oh, rebirth. Oh, I love that. Okay, wonderful. So, the simple message here is the best guidance we can ever get is to do our shadow work, and every time we do our shadow work, we will rebirth. We will go through a rebirth. Okay, well, that's the end of the reading. I'm done here. No, just kidding. But this it is I'm seeing the simple truth here. So this is like, okay, it's simple but not easy, right? What I love about this card here is that we can use all different, I mean, we have so many tools. We have such a wealth of abundance nowadays. Imagine living in like the 1800s or even like 14th century when the tarot was first invented. And not very many people knew how to read the cards, and you had to go to somebody who had devoted their life to, mysticism. Nowadays, and even like, I remember in the early 90s, if I wanted a tarot deck, I had to go to a psychic guide bookstore, or I had to, they weren't just anywhere. I had to go to the Bodhi Tree in LA. I had to go to all different, places. You couldn't just walk in any bookstore and get a deck of cards like you can now. And now we don't even have to go in any bookstore. We can just order everything online. And all of these beautiful readers, like Ethany here, that created this deck, there are so many readers who have created their own oracles and tarot decks. And Lenormand and Kipper and Gypsy, and there's just so much out there. So we have rebirthed over and over and over and over again how to guide ourselves out of the shadowy places where we didn't know what was going on. So the cards can show us exactly, this is a shout out to all the readers out there and anyone who has their own deck and does their own daily draws to see, what do I need to work on today? Or when's the right time to do this or this or this? All of our guidance, all of the questions that we need guidance for, we are going to have to work through our shadows. Now, our shadows are going to be our fears. And our fears, they create distortions in the ability for our divine rays to shine out from within. But that's the reason why we're here. And we can do so much shadow work that we continue to rebirth over and over. If you just look at this card as being a rebirth of consciousness, cleaning up what isn't true and looking for the truth. And like the reading yesterday, remember we had this, being stuck card, like stuck energy, and it was literally a guy, got stuck in a puddle. When we're stuck in our, well, here's what I want to say about that. When we're stuck, we can feel sometimes like there's just no light. Look at the image here. Eyes are closed. If you're working through a shadow within, some shadow to me isn't anything dark. It's just that something that we're not fully aware of yet. So this is all awareness, and this would be looking into an aspect where we're not fully aware yet. But as we become aware, we rebirth. And every single card and every single deck can help us in all that, all the myriad of all those ways. So shadow work is the best work. Working on our unconscious material is the best work. Because it's whatever we are unconscious of within is controlling our lives. So we best get in touch with it. And, intention, our good intentions to find out the truth within, to work through anything, is the best intention anybody can have, but actually doing the work, but you don't have to beat yourself up about it. It doesn't have to be so hard. You can just say, I really want to know, why do I have that false belief? Or it can be, what is my false belief that keeps me spinning in this vicious circle where I am creating over and over and over again this painful situation? And show me if I'm numbing out against that, or what am I repressing? The shadows can be repressions, repressive material. And the way through, or the way out is through the shadow. And I think that's why with the tarot we have so many beautiful cards to help us. Like, let's see, for instance, let me grab this. Hopefully I got the right cards. If I got them all, let's see. Because I was just thinking, I was flashing on the Death card, which has to do with rebirth and big change. And then the Devil card and the Tower. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I've got it the wrong way. My cards are out of order. Hold on. What have I done? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. This is 15. Here's what I wanted to do. These three. This popped into my mind, the Temperance card. Okay, so when we're going through big changes and rebirth, we will die, literally die and let go of. We will shed unhealthy aspects of our ego. We can look to the Death card to look at our inner search for the shadow, guidance for ego fragments that need to be healed. And an ego fragment will be full of forcing currents that have us either withdrawing from life, or submitting in an unhealthy way, or being overly aggressive in an unhealthy way. And that includes passive aggression. So those are the shadows that we're looking to transform. The Death card is a card of transformation. But the way, so we go 13, 14, 15 here, the way to transform is to accept that we all have shadow that we need to heal. And that card's here. And then on, in life, I see this as the spiritual law of mutuality, where we're constantly going back and forth. I mean, notice how one foot's on the land, one foot's in the water. The water here is our soul substance. The land is our earthly reality. And we have ourselves in two realms trying to reconcile our past earthly incarnations where we got stuck in any loss of power. Because the devil card is all about addictions and pessimism and abuses and blindness and fear and hatred. Fear is there with hatred because we're afraid of being seen as hateful, and so we try to cover up the fear. Or we try to cover up the hatred, and then it turns into fear because we're afraid of being discovered, right? That's pretty much what that is. Same goes with like pride. We have unhealthy pride in us, and we want to hide it. So we kick in our self-will and try and make ourselves better. But underneath that self-will is just the fear of being seen as our normal, I think it's beautiful, just human self with all of our flaws that I don't think needs to have any judgment on it whatsoever. But this is the transformation process. In order to transform the unhealthy pride and to transform the fear and the hatred, what we have to do is to open up to our higher. We can look at this angel here, this archangel. I'm pretty sure it's Archangel Michael, for healing. Look at the healing here. We have to open up to our divine self, and go back and forth and figure out, okay, where am I confused? What is the truth? Just keep asking for the truth. Keep looking to shine a light into the truth. And all you need is just a little peek, of the light to let it in. You have to set the intention to let in the light to help you get to a new path. And every time you do that, you'll be coming into your own power. But this is why the Temperance card is in between death and the devil, is that the way, the way through it is to get back into a place where, like, your new expressions, your new creative impulses that want to come through, they can only come into physical reality. This card's ruled by Saturn in Capricorn. Physical reality, when yourself merges with something beyond yourself, that beyond what you can recognize as yourself now. So this card to me is about bridging the gap from duality to unity. Here's the unity, duality to unity, or bridging the gap. As a human being, and then the shackles can come off. Then the blindness can come off, and I think that's the reason that the Tower card comes next, is that you break through the false self and your real self comes through. But we might have to keep going back and forth. To me, I see this as like all kinds of little ego deaths, and then we're going back and forth, trying to heal, working with the shadow here. And then we get tested. Saturn brings in the tests. Are we still blind? Is somebody controlling us? Are we trying to control others? Are we trying to cheat life? Because there's always a price to pay. And there's always an advantage with, if every advantage has a disadvantage, you know what I mean? On Earth. And we can learn it quickly on Earth. That's the thing with our human incarnation. We can learn quickly because it's right in our face and we can't get away from it. So that's all I have to say about those three cards. But again, rebirth, rebirth, you know, same thing. So I guess that, you know, just like I said, simply from the beginning, the guidance is always to dive into our shadows. And as we do that, we will continue to rebirth. And then at some point, we'll get to, let me see if I've, no, hold on. Here, I got another little adventure. I'll make this really quick. We get to, as we rebirth, we have more optimism and hope that will guide us along our way. And our wise unconscious comes through, and we're connected back into the mystery of life, and our intuition comes through freely, and then our pure spirit, you know, as we do this work, our pure spirit shines through freely. And that's often like coming back to your child self that is very creative. Because I think all children are very, very creative if they're left to their own devices. If they're not pushed to be something else. So, okay, well, that's it. Thanks, you guys. Take good care. Be back later. Bye.